Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. There isn't really much to add here. Solana just basically in sideways movement. It remains the view that there is a bullish setup and a bearish setup, both possible. However, we broke here to the upside of this descending wedge that I showed you. That is, as always, a possible trade setup for anybody who wants to trade a breakout. So you would have seen that if you watched the last video and put it on your chart probably. But in a bullish count here, we had the wave 1 here as a leading diagonal. Always not a very reliable count. Then we had an A, B, C to the downside here with a truncated low in wave 5 of C of 2. Also not very reliable. And yeah, then we had here our possible 1, 2 and would move up from here. But basically, I think I actually need to move that wave 5 across, to be honest. Yeah, let me do that because we made a slightly lower low here. So the bullish count would actually suggest that the low in the bullish count in yellow here, the wave 5 was in place here. And that this was the wave 4. Yeah, so in the wave C, we would come down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then made a new low here. Yeah, because it was a new low, it can't be a 1, 2 setup. And that we would now enter the possible wave 3, because this was the 2, this was the 1, this the 2. If I move that across, so we have a 1, 2, and possibly now wave 3. Again, at the moment it's just not, you can't really confirm it because we haven't really seen the price action. Of course, what you need to understand, we are at support still. Target for that wave 3 would be around $65. Now, can I promise to you this is going to work out? No. Reason is that the leading diagonal is always a not very reliable count. The wave 2 looks awful. So it is possible, but it's nothing that's high reliability. So personally, I'm at the moment, if I'm accumulating, I'm looking at charts that have high probability like Aave, Polygon, ETH, for example, maybe Quant. Solana just hasn't got that probability that we are moving up, because we just didn't have that very clear 1-2 setup. It's a bit uncertain. It wasn't a very clear wave 5, as you can see, more of a truncated one. And it's just not what you would consider in Elliott wave a high probability setup, okay? Of course it can work and you can trade it. And a key support level here is sort of that last low at $30. Very important support level, which did hold, was the $30.50 level. I mean, we broke below it, but only with a wick. That never counts really, unless you're doing some invalidation with it, which we didn't. So the 78.6% fib level, which this level was, did hold, which is a good sign. So there's certainly a chance to push up from here. I gave you that descending broadening wedge, which is generally a bullish reversal pattern, or at least a reversal pattern, which then also broke out to the upside. And this is of course something that can always be traded. The thing is now that this could be the wave 1, which we don't know yet, and then a wave 2. So again, different ways of trading this. You can trade a breakout, you can buy in close to support and then just take the rally, and then maybe scale out here and buy back in a wave 2 and then trade the wave 3. Or if it, of course, it could be the bearish setup where we moved down in a wave 1, highlighted here in blue. Also here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a wave 1, the wave 2 would be coming now. So again, we have a setup where both are pointing into the right, into the same direction. Important for a wave 2 is that we don't really go above the 78.6% fib level, so 44.46. Above that level, I think a bullish count would become more likely, but it would still be fairly similar. That is just the problem of the entire setup here at the moment. We're moving in a broader sideways range. We've never really broken out of this red resistance zone, which is so important, above $48.40. So at the moment, both scenarios are possible. Both are actually pushing a little bit here to the upside. Against obviously an invalidation point of $30 for the bullish count. So that is what you need to understand, that the $30 level, if we break below that, it would basically wipe out this at least imminent bullish potential. but we're quite close to support. And if you think that the reward could be, what did I say, roughly $65, there is a potential good reward to risk ratio, but you need to understand that I'm not telling you what to do. So also it's not a very high probability setup for me, but the 1-2 setups are always potentially interesting. Now you need to understand that the problem is that this was just a leading diagonal here as a wave 1. Yeah, not like what Ethereum did, a proper impulse and then a wave 2. This was only a leading diagonal and a wave 2. So sort of less likely to break out to the upside really than, for example, Ethereum's setup. But it's still a 1-2 setup. The best setups you get in Elliott wave. Again, a few problems here with this chart that are just outlined, but it can of course be traded. Okay. So that's my update about Solana. Important to understand is that we need to stay, as I said, above that $30 level, and that we broke out of the wedge, which leaves some upside. I gave you the key level here. Normally, first target for a breakout of a wedge is the 34.80 level. Yeah, so that's a short-term target. Keep an eye on that. And a breakout of that would allow us to push higher, probably to the wave 4 low, wave 4 high here in the first place, $39. Okay, and that's my update about Solana. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.